So Chip's gone to be the Ohio State offensive coordinator. 2, I was wrong. 3, I'm very sick. Let's get reactionary on this Locked On UCLA podcast. The day has finally come.
You are Locked On UCLA, your daily podcast on the UCLA Bruins. Part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day.
Welcome to this edition of the Locked On UCLA podcast. I'm your host, Zach Anderson-Yoxsimer. I've been sick. I've been out. I've been wrong. And the biggest story of the offseason is here. It's been building. It's reaching a point. I thought there was no chance this would happen. Clearly, I'm dumb. I'm blind. I don't know. It's crazy. There was NFL offensive coordinating positions. There was new jobs handed out, interim titles of sorts. Guys coming in, 25 recruits getting committed to UCLA. But in the end, Chip Kelly, which is first, I think, Bro Report I saw it, then Ben Bolch and Pete Thamel all coming to confirm it and saying Chip Kelly's going to Ohio State with this boy Ryan Day to be the offensive coordinator. Wow. This is probably, despite the excitement I think the fan base must feel, one of the worst possible scenarios this could have happened. Because what does this make the UCLA administration look like? That the Bruins couldn't push this out 3 months earlier, right? Why couldn't UCLA make this happen if we're just going to sit here, wait all the way to February, wait for all the recruits to come by, signing day, early signing day, the portal, and oh, by the way, the portal reopens for the UCLA players who can now leave now that Chip's gone, when there wasn't going to be maybe as horrible as we thought as UCLA fans this year if Chip stayed, if he really wanted to give it one last go. But he was clearly done and kept putting it out there that he wanted other jobs other than UCLA. And the fan base from the start, and eventually myself included, we were done with Chip Kelly. I clearly was on the record saying he's going to stay. I don't see there's a reason. But once Bill O'Brien went to Boston College to be the head coach, after just getting hired as the offensive coordinator, Ryan Day, who's already buddies with Chip, I believe they're golfing, or that was the story when UCLA broke the news that they're heading, or the news broke that UCLA and SC was going to the Big Ten. Man, that's going to be a fun time when UCLA plays Ohio State some point in the future if Chip's still the offensive coordinator over there for the Buckeyes. Yeah, eyes emoji for the Chattanooga Lookouts hat, right? That is what I'm thinking. I'm like, man, this is nuts. I'm sitting here coughing half the week, and the only thing that coughed up was a big story like this. Chip gone. If it happened 3 months ago, you could have gone after all these recruits, all these coaches, and now you're wondering who's going to be the coach. Remember, the associate head coach was Deshaun Foster, who just went to Vegas, right? You're sitting there as I'm sniffling, coughing up half a lung, and what are you going to do? What, are you going to name Jerry Neuheisel the intern? I don't know. Who would be a fan favorite to name, right? At this moment, I have no idea who will be the interim coach. I'm not sure. UCLA could hire a head coach. Who's out there that's willing to flip what they had and then come back? Maybe it was clear with all these coaches leaving, players going, and then coming back. What was the thought process under that? Like, what is Keegan Jones thinking? That's just a thought, right? He left to come back. Is he going to leave again and go back? I believe he had committed to Vanderbilt, or he had committed elsewhere initially. What's going to go on for all these UCLA players? Is all the talent going to leave? It just, one, looks bad for UCLA when we could have done this so much sooner. And yes, it's not going to be financially burdensome and a burden to UCLA because Chip's leaving on his own accord, which I guess is not the worst case. You just had to waste a whole offseason for him to decide or get an opportunity to leave, and now you might lose half your roster, maybe not. And who's going to be the interim? At the moment, there's no information as to what might happen, right? This is now confirmed from the reports of Pete Thamel, Ben Bolch, Chip is out, and now are the UCLA, or is the NIL going to get bigger, right? None of the fan base was going to put into the NIL collective, the men of Westwood. When will that happen right? When will that happen? Will there be more support that has not been there for UCLA? Will there be more that hasn't been? I don't know. At this moment, there is just it's just wild. This is stunning. I did not think this would happen. I just have no words. And unfortunately, as this saga plays on, I'm going to be gone all weekend, and I can't have my phone with me. I won't have any service. I can't post anything when the new head coach is hired. We're going to have to wait till Monday. But this is just absolutely stunning. And I'm trying not to blow boogers into the microphone for you guys to hear at home again. It's just, oh my goodness. This is absolutely ridiculous. All right. I didn't even quick pause because I have so much. I'm just all over the place. Sick. So sorry about that. But I'm looking on X, Twitter, social media. You got the UCLA players posting, right? You got Kyle Ford laughing. You've got Cam Madrano like, what's going on? He was deciding whether to stay or not, right? That's what was his offseason decision. You got TJ Harden that's trying to tweet at Deshaun Foster to come back from Vegas and say, sorry, that was just a 1-week vacation. Come to UCLA and be the head coach, interim or maybe in the future. Well, what does this even mean? This is just mind-boggling news. And maybe ever since the departure of D'Anton Lynn to USC, who's now the defensive coordinator at USC, not even the main defensive coordinator, this is nuts. Of all the scenarios to have going into the Big Ten Conference, I already talked about it, a Chip Kelly departure at this very juncture would be devastating. As exciting and as stunned as I am right now, I just don't know. Like, this is just unbelievably wild. I mean, there's been all the different coaching changes, right? Boston College's head coach went to be the Green Bay Packers D coordinator, leaving Bill O'Brien, who just became the offensive coordinator, right? All this circling and going crazy from the Nick Sabans going to the NFL levels, everything going back and forth with all the coaching changes from college to NFL and everything in between. This has to be one of the wilder coaching switches in a long time, right? When you have the head coach going to now your soon to be future, almost current conference rival to be with this boy as the offensive coordinator, leaving his head coaching position to go to Ohio State. What is going on, right? Oh, goodness. This is just this could either be a great day or a terrible day for UCLA football, right? All the excitement, I think, from the fans waiting for this day, which could have come 3 months sooner at the end of 23 rather than going around towards Valentine's Day in 24. Goodness, man. That's me. That's me right there. Just what is going on? What is going on right now? Chip Kelly? Oh, my goodness. Good. I hope he's with Ohio State when UCLA plays them. Can you imagine? Oh, my goodness. I hope. And the thing is, they had to rework the schedule. Oh, my goodness. This is going to be stunning because I believe he told the team they had a meeting that he's no longer the coach. And that's just, wow. This is going to be ongoing and just stunning. There is nothing. Oh, boy. I mean, I know I asked for this day. I just thought they would have done this in late November as opposed to letting Chip Kelly dictate the terms into him leaving, getting what he wants, restarting his clock, and just leaving UCLA in the ashes, right? That's, oh boy. But hopefully with the good things, UCLA can the players are asking for Deshaun Foster. You can go in-house and promote, or they can try and do a comprehensive search, which is brutal after both signing days are done and the roster can leave via the portal, which is extended when your head coach, which is open when your head coach leaves. This is going to be rough. If you're going on any of those Big Ten road trips or LSU or Hawaii, as a UCLA fan this year, you're going for the experience as opposed to possibly the win. Goodness gracious. Now, if players stay and you get the right head coach, this could be a stunning turn of events, just like this was. And I'll gladly say I was wrong. I did not expect this, of all things, to happen. But I remember even talking to my father. I was like, oh, Ohio State's open. That's a little too easy of a connection there that it might happen. Oh, my goodness. Oh, boy. It'll be a fun time in Westwood and in Pasadena. for one reason or another. That's why you should like, comment, subscribe here at Locked On UCLA. That is wild. Well, I know there's a lot of in-depth analysis and hot takes, maybe a lot involving Chip Kelly, but the hottest take of the day, let me tell you, is the best lineup in LA is the best lineup with auto loans at Logix. They start off with the favorites, proven and dependable new and used vehicle loans. You can count on these guys to be low rates and save you big time bucks. They've got an exciting new rookie sensation, electric vehicle loans with super low rates and flexible payment terms. Rounding out the lineups, auto refinancing loans and lease buyout loans. Those guys can lower your monthly payments to get on the road to owning your car faster. It's a hot take, but seriously, no one can beat the lineup at Logix. There's your local Logix branch right here in LA or your surrounding areas, and let one of their amazing team members help you, or just apply online at logixbanking.com. That's LOGIX banking.com. Boom, boom. Wow. Crazy day. We're going to update you here Locked On UCLA. Unfortunately, I'm going out of town. Of all the weekends for me to go out of town, I'm not allowed to have my phone, have any service. I can't update you, whether there's a head coach, until Monday or maybe late Sunday. So if you're wondering, yes, was he dark? Was he out dark? Yes, he was sick. I'm sick. And you can hear me. I'm boogery. I'm snotty. It's whatever. Chip Kelly out to Ohio State. That's nuts. And I can't wait to update you when there's more news later in the week. So barring me getting booted from this camp I'm going to this weekend, or I do something different, I can't update you for a couple days. This is the best I got. But like, comment, subscribe. And when we come around Monday or late Sunday night during the Super Bowl, barring something crazy happens, we'll get there. We will get there together as a fan base. Whether it's to LSU, to Hawaii, to the football season, enjoying Mick Cronin's resurgence, UCLA women's basketball, softball starting. No, the big story is Chip's gone. A great day, but a terrible time. Let's find out what that means together as a UCLA fan base. 8 clap time, baby, because I know some of you are excited and a few of you are devastated. I don't know. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. UCLA. UCLA, fight, fight, fight. This has been Locked On UCLA, one of the crazier days in UCLA football lore. I'm Zach Anderson-Yoxsimer. This has been Locked On UCLA. Go Bruins.